Ashton, how you doing today? Happy Saturday. Hello everybody. As you come in, give a thumbs up to the live. How's everyone doing today? I hope y'all are having a great day today. Hello, hello. Nicole Stucco, how are you? Miss B, hello. Ashton Bull, hello. Yes, I'm making lima beans and it does sound good, right? Aloha and howdy folks, says Ron. Absolutely. How you all doing today? I hope y'all are having a great day. Happy Saturday. Yvette, hello. Dr. Eva, welcome in. Hey, Miss Karen, hello. Lakeisha, Pamela, Linby, Mildred, hello. Maddie Watts, hello. Jess and Debbie Parker. Nancy Rosalind, Janie, hello. Alyssa Wooten, how you doing? Charlene Bell, hello. Tamara, hello. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all are having a great day today. Welcome back, Cheryl. I think your name is Cheryl, hello. Jackie Valencia, hello, how are you? Q, hello. Queen Bee, Skinny Girl, hello. Kalia, Walter, hello. How's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday. Okay, Coffee, welcome back. Angela Bolton, hello. I'm excited for these. I'm excited for these beans, y'all. I'm so excited. But guess what? I couldn't find any ham hocks. I couldn't find any smoked turkey. Couldn't find the ham hocks, so I settled for a ham steak. Now, for those of you that want to cook using ham hocks or like a smoked turkey, I'm still going to show you and tell you what you need to do so you can make it, you know. Eula, welcome back. Jewel, hello. How's my day so far? My day's great. My day is great. Woke up bright and early this morning. Woke up very early this morning. I went outside, put my makeup on outside. Put my makeup on outside. I began to get a little chilly, so I came in. You can still learn how to make them. I'm making them today. Is your name Walter? Walter, I'm still making the beans today, so you're going to learn how to make them. Walter was my grandpop's name, one of my grandpop's name. I'm feeling good. Thank you all for asking. How are you all doing today? Yes, the beans they're a full meal. We're going to have the meat in it. There's going to be onions and bell peppers. It's going to be so delicious. And I'm going to throw together, oh, that's great, Ashton. And I'm going to throw together some quick cornbread. I'm going to have some rice with it. Can't serve beans without rice, right? You have a confession. You said you made some 2 days ago and they came out so bitter. Oh, you don't know what you did wrong. Okay, Q Rollins. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to be able to show you and tell you, and hopefully I can figure out what you did that made them sour. Or there's a couple of things that I can think. But as this live goes on, you may see a couple of things that I do that maybe you didn't do, or we can talk during this live to figure out how they became sour. Sonia, welcome back. Yes. Deborah Wright, hello. You finally caught a live. I'm doing okay, Deborah. How are you? Raymond, welcome back in. Yes, how's everybody doing? Deborah, welcome. Debbie Walton, Erica Parks, hello. My Holy King, welcome back. Please, because I'm so confused. Okay, oh, I got you, okay? And if for some reason, let's just say, we start doing the live, get to talking, and I forget, put a stop sign up like Gina. Okay, so let's figure it out, right? We'll figure it out, okay? Just cleaned your car. Oh, and 97 degrees. Oh my good. And you were sweating bullets. That sounds like my husband this morning. He went out to clean one of the cars and he called me. He said, you know what? He said he was sweating bullets out in the sun. So I guess today's the day to wash the car. Deborah says, great and thank you. You're welcome. Juana, welcome back in, says, hola. Okay. This is great. So now, is anybody making a big old pot of beans with me today? If you are, give me a red heart in the comment section. I'd love to know if you're cooking with me today. Yes, we're going to do something really special for tomorrow for my husband. I know that we're going to be cooking on the grill. That is one of the things that we're going to do. I know I want to make a really nice dessert for him. I'm not going to disclose what I'm making because I want what I'm making to be a surprise. But it will be outside on the grill. So I'm excited about tomorrow. And we're going to have a nice breakfast too. How about I do a big breakfast? I'm not going to do it online because on Sundays I rest. I don't make any videos on Sunday. But we're going to do a big breakfast and a big dinner and just let him relax. You're taking notes? Okay. You're just watching? Okay. Well, you guys are going to be with me for some time today because this recipe is not made very quickly. It takes time for beans to cook. And but what I would like for you all to do is grab a piece of paper, a pen or a pencil, write down some great topics that we can talk about if you have some good ideas. I have one good topic idea on my mind. And so I want to write that down so I don't forget that we can talk about it. It's going to be a great topic. But if you all can think of some fun stuff to talk about, write it down so we don't forget. That way we can keep the great conversation going. Okay? Derek Eads, welcome back in. Showing love from Baltimore. Okay, welcome in. Thank you, Mildred. Yes, happy Father's Day to all the dads, grandpops, uncles, brothers, everybody that's a dad. Happy Father's Day to all the gentlemen here in the chat. Happy Father's Day. May you enjoy your Father's Day tomorrow. I'm going to be cooking for the 4th of July. Yes. Oh, thank you, Angel. What's your last name, Angel? Angel Handelon. Thank you. Greetings from Detroit. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Purple Love. Hello. Okay, so so that's for that. Okay, you got the thumbnail up for this. Okay, get that plugged up over there because I'm going to get up soon and we're going to get started. How many people's ready? Are you ready to get started? I like it. Thank you. Tell Mr. Young you said Happy Father's Day. I absolutely will, Mildred. Thank you. Hey, Jared. Welcome back. Thank you for coming in. Betsy, hello. Or Betty, hello. Uh-oh. Can we see the waterfall closer? Let's see. Sure. Let's go over there real quick and then I'll jump up, get my apron on, and we can get started. Okay, so let's go over there. You want to see the waterfall? A little bit closer. Let's go. Come with me. I gotta flip the camera around so you can see it. Okay. So you see that light there? That light really shines bright up against the water, and it makes it like a pretty design on the wall. And we have rocks, and just right over there, that's where we pour the water in. But this here is the waterfall. I've never had anybody ask me that. Can you go up to the waterfall and show me what it looks like? That's what it looks like, guys. That was different. So now here's what we're gonna do. I want to talk real quick, and then I'll get my apron on. So the first thing I'm going to talk about before I get started, what are you doing with that right now? Huh? Get it over there. Now, for the people that want to use ham hocks, you want to use smoked turkey legs, smoked turkey wings, smoked turkey tails, or some type of ham hock or a ham bone. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get some broth or water going. You can use broth and water, just broth, or just water. You want to begin to cook your smoked turkey or your ham hocks, okay? You want to begin to cook them first to make a beautiful broth, right? And then you're going to put your beans into the broth. So what you're going to do is put your meat into your water or your broth, okay? You're going to season it, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Get it to boiling and begin the process of tenderizing that meat, because as we know, a ham hock does not come already tender, right? So you got to cook it to make it tender, okay? And as you cook it, it's going to release a smoky, beautiful flavor into your water or your broth. The same thing will happen when you're using some type of smoked turkey, okay? I usually will throw like some onions in there, maybe some fresh garlic, okay? And as the meat begins to get nice and tender and let flavor into the water, that's when I begin to put my beans in, right? So let's just talk about my situation. So my situation today is at my local market, I couldn't find smoked turkey. I couldn't find ham hocks, but I could find ham steaks, right? So what we're gonna do, since my ham is already cooked, I'm gonna start right off with my water or broth and water together, whatever you decide to use. We're gonna put onion and bell pepper and the beans right in, without boiling the meat ahead of time, okay? Because our meat is already cooked. Okay, so hopefully you all can understand that. I think you all get the gist of what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna get my apron on, bring the thumbs up. Let's make sure that the thumbs up is matching with the people that's in here today. Let's have a good Saturday. Shaquita, is that Shaquita? Welcome in. Dee Dee, welcome in. Do they need pre-soaked? Great question. Listen, I'm just gonna be honest. I have pre-soaked my beans before. A lot of people will tell you if you pre-soak them, it shortens the time length that it takes to cook them. I've experimented with that, and what only thing that's really happened for me, this is just how I feel. Somebody else might tell you different. Only thing that's happened is there's like a shell on the beans that comes off, and I don't feel like the beans cook any quicker. So I stopped soaking my beans, right? Because back in the days, our family, or you might have seen your family soaking beans overnight. I don't do it. It didn't work for me, right? So we're going to clean them off. I'm going to show you how to clean them in a colander. We're going to be looking for sand, mud. Sometimes there's some rocks in the beans. We're going to rinse them off and get started. Let's get our aprons on, get all your ingredients out. We're getting ready to rock and roll. Let's see, Sonia says, let me see, Sonia, if I can see your message. Oh, they didn't let me see it. All I can see is hearts. But by all means, if you want to, soak your beans, you can. Okay? I'm not telling anybody not to. But if you want to, you know, time your beans to be done when mines are done, then we're not soaking them today. Okay, let's flip this camera around. Get our hands nice and clean as you come in. Or if you realize you didn't give a thumbs up, give a thumbs up. All right, I'm going to put the microphones on right now so y'all can hear me very well. Welcome in if you are new. If you're new, let us know you're new. And if I happen to miss your name, still let us know what your name is, and the people in the background will welcome you to the live. You got a couple minutes to tell your family and friends that Gina Young is live if you'd like to. Tell them to tune in. Okay, here I come. Uh-oh. Make sure the messages are not messed up when I come back around. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let me turn that fan down until I get hot. Okay. All right, y'all, let's get my hands nice and clean, and we're getting ready to have a ton of fun. Be sure to write down all of the fun, great topics or questions that you have that we can talk about during this live. We're going to be able to keep the conversation going and have a lot of fun this evening. Okay, my hands are nice and clean. I want to start off by showing you the ham steaks that I was able to find. These ham steaks have a bone in it. I'm going to actually put the bone in here, and the bone, believe it or not, bones give nice flavor to things, so I'm going to keep that bone right in there. I got 2 ham steaks. Let me show you what they look like. Beautiful. And they have some nice marbling on them that's going to create great flavor. Okay, so that's our meat that we're going to be using. Okay. Welcome in, Eula. Denise Phillips, hello. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, let's talk about the ingredients for the people that for some reason didn't get the ingredient list. Go ahead and turn that fan off, please. We're going to be using bell peppers and onions, fresh garlic. If you're a person that don't like bell peppers, just don't use it, okay? But the bell peppers is going to create a beautiful color and great additional flavor, okay? So we got a sweet onion, bell pepper, garlic, and we have some beans, okay? And what I said in the community post, now, this same recipe that I will be showing you all today, you can use this recipe for any beans. You may want to use this recipe for pinto beans, great northern beans, black eyed peas, whatever bean you want. What I'm going to show you today, you can do this recipe for, okay? So I have some big ones here. Now, if you look in the camera, you see that I got some real big ones and then I got some little ones. I want to use the little ones today, okay? So I got 2 bags, which equals 2 pounds, okay? So let's get the little ones, and then I'll put these away for a later day. Okay? All right. So we're going to grab a colander. Okay? Where's my colander? I just seen it. I just had it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. We're going to put these beans right. I'm going to have you guys follow me so you can see. We're going to take these beans. We're going to pour them into this colander here, and then we're going to take the colander over to the sink. And what we're going to be looking for, we're going to be looking for stones. Sometimes there's sticks in here. There's sand and mud. You just rinse them real good. Now, you may find a bean that's broken. You may find a bean that's brown. And if it don't look right, take it out. Okay? And really, it's that simple, okay? So that's what, let me show you. Come on in. I got to show you. Look at the rock. See that? So I'm so glad I got to show you that. If it's not a rock, it's some type of mud, that's the reason why we have to check our beans, right? Absolutely. We don't want grandma to bite down on that, right? Heck no, we don't. So if y'all will come over this way, I'm going to show you how I like to clean my beans. Okay, and I will be using cold water. And as I use the cold water, I'm just going to be looking for the imperfections. Okay, and also while we're rinsing it with cold water, we're rinsing off any sand, anything that doesn't belong. Here's another one. Look at that right there. I don't want that. Right, so take your time and go through them just like so. Now, let's talk about for the people that want to soak your beans. Absolutely, it's okay to soak them overnight. If you decide that you want to soak them, you soak them in some cold water with a little bit of salt, maybe about 2 tablespoons of salt, okay? And then just let them set in water overnight, and then the next morning you go to make them, okay? Because just because I don't soak mine don't mean that you might want to soak yours, okay? So it's really up to your discretion. But like I said, I used to do it years ago, but I don't do it anymore, okay? So I'm almost done cleaning this. My beans look great. I do see some sand, okay? And I really don't like to make more than 2 pounds. You could, if you make 1 pound, 1 pound is a nice amount, seriously. But I like to make 2 pounds because we can eat some beans over here. And like a good, in 3 days, the whole pan will be gone. Here's another one. I don't want to use that. Okay, so now that my beans are nice and rinsed off, I want to bring the pan to me so I don't drip water everywhere. And I'm going to be using this wok. This is just a flat bottom steel wok. Okay? And I'm going to put my beans in here, and then I want to show you how much water or broth that I want to start off with, okay? I tell you what, one thing, making beans is so easy. You would think, because it takes such a long time to cook, you would think that it's hard, but really it's not. And I'm going to prove it to you today. Here's the thing, if you have the time, you're going to have a great meal. Okay, so take a look in my pan. I'm going to go ahead and use some chicken broth, and I'm going to use some water. So I'm going to use this whole 32 ounce of chicken broth. You can use low sodium, you can use vegetable broth. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring that water up to here. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. Rhonda Craylow, welcome back in. So I'm going to bring my water basically up to the middle of the pan, okay? And one thing about beans, you don't want to cook them up on high. Because for some reason, they turn around and they'll turn into mush. You don't want mush, right? So you got to just let them cook nice and slowly. Okay, can y'all see how much water I have? Now, looking at the liquid that's in the pan, believe it or not, during this cooking process, you will have to put more liquid in. So whether that's more water or more broth, you're going to have to put more in, because naturally, when we get started with the cooking process, a lot of this water will evaporate during the cooking process. And you'll see, because you remember how much we put in, but I'll show you when it begins to evaporate and how much we're going to add to it. Okay, how's everybody doing? Are you doing okay before we move on? Thank you, Sonia. So far, so good. Okay, Ron, this is great. Okay. No Drew yet? Oh, I bet you he'll come in. After Gina Youngstown. Okay, gonna dance the night away. Oh, I see. So I think that someone may be asking, can you cook this in a crock pot? Absolutely you can. But one thing about a crock pot that I would like for you to know is you don't want to put too many beans in your crock pot, okay? So I'm pretty sure you don't want to use 2 pounds for a crock pot because a crock pot inside is only so big. Everything that I'm doing here, you can throw everything into your crock pot, turn it on low and cook that baby, probably for about maybe 8 hours, okay? You love lima beans. All right, so now let's do this. Let's chop up some veggies. Now, when it comes to the veggies, the bell peppers, the sweet onions, any kind of onion you really like, okay? And the garlic. We're going to cut bell peppers, onions, and garlic. We're going to put all the garlic in now to flavor this broth. We're going to put half of the onion that we cut in, half of the bell peppers that we cut in, and we're going to be left with a little bit of bell peppers and onions, okay? So what I want to actually happen is I want to leave some onion and bell pepper to throw in like the last half an hour of the cooking process, because the bell pepper and onion and garlic that we put in right now, it's just going to break down. It's going to turn, you know, just basically into nothing. It's going to turn into flavor, okay? So now, I do want to see bell pepper and onion throughout my beans when they're done. So that's why we're going to leave some to the side so we can throw in the last half an hour. If you don't understand, I know you'll understand. You'll get what I'm saying, okay? So it's better to show you. So let's chop up some garlic. I like to take the side of my knife, give it a nice whack like that using our, you know, just like that. And what it does, it helps to release the beautiful skin on the garlic. I am a true fan of using fresh garlic. I just have to be honest, it just tastes good. It really does, okay? So now your garlic doesn't have to be extremely small pieces, because for the amount of time that this garlic's gonna cook, oh, it's gonna just cook down the flavor, okay? It'll get nice and soft. It's not gonna be big pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 garlic cloves because I really want that flavor. Although we're gonna use garlic powder, I love to use the fresh garlic as well. Okay, so let's get that chopped up and get it in your water or your broth. Even if, now years ago, before I used to use broth, I always would cook my beans in just plain water and season it up real good, right? And it was always delicious. So if you don't have broth, I don't want you to freak out. Just know that you're going to season up your water so well, you're not even going to be able to taste the difference, okay? So that's something great to tell you, just in case you don't have broth. Okay, but then also if you have chicken bouillon powder makes chicken broth. Okay, so let's go in with our garlic, and we're putting it in. We have beans in here, we have water and chicken broth, or your vegetable broth, whatever you decided to use. Let's scrape that in there, and let's turn these beans. Right now we can turn them on medium. Okay, just medium for now. We'll eventually wind up turning it down so that it doesn't cook too fast, okay? Everybody doing okay? You got to turn that music down. I can hear your music. Thank you, K Coffee. That's so funny because I do say that. No freaking out in the kitchen. We ain't going to freak out in this kitchen, y'all. Not when you're cooking Gina Young style. We're going to be relaxed, calm, cool, collective. And you can do anything I can do in here, you can do it also. You can. You love extra garlic, Charlene. Okay, that's great. Renee, welcome back. Yvonne Parker, hello. You love the videos. Thank you, Yvonne. Welcome back in, or welcome in. All right, so I'm going in for this whole bell pepper. I want all of it. Okay? So now, we're going to chop it down in such a manner. And we're going to put half of this bell pepper into here, put the other half onto a plate because we'll be throwing it in the last half an hour because we want to see that pepper shine through the beans. Okay? Like I said, what we're putting in right now is just going to disintegrate down to Flavorland. Okay? Great. What we're doing right now is we're making flavor, for our beans to cook in. Now, if you are using ham hocks, if you're using a smoked meat, have your meat cooking in that water right now. It has to be cooking right now, okay? And then follow everything that I'm doing right now. The purpose for me not putting my ham in right now is because I have cooked ham and I'm going to throw it in. I'll tell you when I'm going to throw it in, okay? So if you have a smoked meat, a ham hock, smoked turkey, it should be in here already, all right? So let's take half of the bell pepper. Come on in, y'all. Let's throw it in there for great flavor, but then you're left with some. Let's put the rest right here, okay? I got a strategy. I got a good strategy that you're going to love, and when you see these beans, you're going to say, oh my goodness. You really did it this time, Gina, didn't you? All right. So I'm going to cut this onion, please, Lord. Not today. Not today. I don't want my eyes to water. I don't want my eyes to water. Lord, I just want to cut it. All right. I'm going to look at some comments after I cut this onion. Okay. And you can see I got a very large onion. But honestly, I don't want to use too much onion. I don't want to overwhelm the situation, although I want the onion, you know? So let's get some cut. Half of it's going to go into there. The other half is going to go onto the plate. All right. Get half in. All that this is flavor that we're building right now. Put this onion on here, and I want to wash my hands quickly so I don't go off crying. All right, here we go. It's a great day here. The weather is perfect, and I am so excited to get outside. All right, so now let's put this onion over here. There goes, my eyes is watering. Oh, no. Let me wash my hands, y'all. Let me wash my hands. Oh, no. There it goes. I tried so hard for my eyes not to water. It didn't work. Oh, heck no. Get this onion away from me. It's okay. Derek Eads told me that there was tearless onions, and I can't find them anywhere. I know that although I do know that they exist. I know that the tearless onions exist, Derek. But I can't find them. So now listen, you should have your beans turned on medium right now, okay? Have them on medium, okay? I want to season. Now, several times during this cooking process, we're going to season it because we're going to taste it. We're going to be adding more water because some of this water will evaporate. And as we taste it, you might see that you need more seasoning. If you see that you need more seasoning, at any time you re-season, okay? So let's do it. Grab all your spices, salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. Okay, we will be using a pinch of sugar. If you don't want to use it, you ain't got to, okay? I know some people say, oh no, no sugar, Gina. I know. So that's why I say if you don't want to, don't. All right? So I'm going to use just a teaspoon of chicken powder. If you don't have it, don't worry. It's going to be delicious without it. It's going to be delicious with it. Okay, just a teaspoon chicken powder. Great flavor there. Okay, we're going to put some onion powder, and we're not going to be afraid to season. When you're out there and you're afraid to season, your food will be flavorless. You have to not be afraid to season. That's a lot of onion powder. That's what I'm looking for. We're going to put some pepper. That is white pepper. Okay, we're going to use some garlic powder. Just like so. And we're going to put some salt. Okay. I'll start off with a little bit of salt because, and this is a lot of beans. This is a sea salt that I'm using, but just keep in mind that several times during this cooking process, We're gonna be reseasoning, okay? I just wanna keep telling you that, okay, so you know. All right, so put your seasonings aside. You will be using them later. Turn everything up on a medium heat for now. But eventually, once everything gets up and going, we're gonna yank the heat and turn it down. But for now, medium. I'm gonna take this over here because I wanna use this burner, and the reason why is because I can get more heat for this huge pot that I'm using right now, okay? You all understand. Okay? So this is on a medium. All right, we're looking good. I also want to make up some rice. So if you're having rice with your beans, go ahead, take this time and get started on your rice. Those of you that are familiar with me, you know that I'm going to be using the boil in the bag rice. It only takes 11 minutes to cook. It turns out perfect every time. So that's what I'm making. Okay? So I turned on the burner so the rice can get cooked. All right? As you have used ingredients, put the ingredients like the spices that you're going to reuse just to the side. So I'm going to bring them over here since we're going to use them again. And then I'll look at the comment section and see what everybody's talking about. And I want to make up some really quick Jiffy. Look at all my spices there. I like to have everything right at my hand's length, you know, so I can have it right near me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw together this Jiffy real quick, okay? How's everybody doing? Lima beans, rice, and cornbread? Yes, yes, yes. Drew, welcome back in. Yes, you're never too late. We just appreciate having you in here, you know? Absolutely. And here's the thing, when you guys are not cooking with me, it doesn't matter what time you come into the live, you know? So when I make up this cornbread, I like to throw a little bit of sugar in it because we like ours a little bit sweet. But if you don't want to, you don't have to, you know? I'll turn my oven on. Okay. How's everybody doing? Do you got collard greens live streaming? I do have collard greens live streamed. Your nephew told your uncle fried chicken is amazing. Oh, he said that your fried chicken is amazing. That's great. That's great. I'm going to throw in just a tiny bit of sugar. And really it's just a little bit. I'm going to get some eggs and some milk. Throw that in and we're going to get that in the oven. Let me grab 2 eggs out. Gina, why don't you save the seeds from the peppers and grow your own peppers? Because I don't have a vegetable garden. I don't have a vegetable garden. I don't. Why don't I save the seeds to the bell peppers to make bell peppers? Yeah, I don't have a garden. That's why. You know, if I had a garden, that would be something great to do, right? Are you doing that with your bell peppers? You're growing tomatoes and peppers. Ooh, yum! That's great. That is great. See, I grew up with the garden. My dad had a garden, and I used to love to go out there and watch them. Because I was the youngest, I don't remember having to work in the garden, but I do remember watching my brothers and my sister work out in the garden and get the potatoes and the carrots and strawberries and all that stuff. I remember seeing all that done, but I don't have a garden. But it was a very nice experience growing up, seeing a garden being made, you know, and then seeing the product and being able to eat it. Okay, so Sherry says soaking the beans does help get rid of gas, causing gas problems in your stomach. So that's really nice. That's nice to know. Definitely is nice to know. Thank you for that tip. Okay, so I got a pan here that has some oil in it. I'm going to swivel that oil around just like so. I'm putting the cornbread into the oven. And boom. See how quickly everything comes together? Sometimes there is some recipes out there that you would think was so hard to make. But when you find out or you see how it's made, you say, it wasn't so bad after all, right? That's how this is, a pot of beans. It's not so bad after all. Because basically, once everything is in that pot, then you just let it set and cook up, you know? Absolutely. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to use my soft spatula to get all this lovely goodness out. I'm throwing this in the oven on 350 until our cornbread is done. This is why, you know, a lot of people say, Gina, she ain't about to make the cornbread homemade. Heck no. Not when I got other things to make. You all have seen me get in this kitchen and make homemade cornbread, and it's good. Right? I mean, like, it is A1 good. But when I have Jiffy is good. You just mix a couple ingredients, wham, bam, throw it in the oven, and it's perfect. Right? So as long as I have that, shoot, listen here. I'll make some homemade cornbread, but not all the time do you feel like it, you know? All right, so this going into the oven after the oven preheats up. Let me check. Let's get the oven heated up. Now I want to talk about my ham really quickly. The ham is a nice ham steak, okay? And it's made by Cooks, like C-O-O-K-S. And I love the marbling. It has all that, it has that fat in there, and all of that is going to create great flavor, a nice smoky flavor. So I'm going to take some of this ham. We're going to cut it down. Cut it down as big a pieces as you want, smaller pieces as you want. Use as much as you like, okay? How's everybody doing this cooking with me? Oh, use curry. It's great with lima beans. Is that right? Oh, Sonia said, I do agree. Jiffy is good. Yes, it is. Gina, carrot cake is up there. Let's see, in here? I know oh, I see cake. Let me see. You're so funny. That's so funny. Could you see in here? See, are you talking about this? That's so funny. If you could see in my cabinets, that really cracks me up. I wonder if I have icing. If I had icing, I could possibly make a cake. We'll think about that. Let's get back to the ham. The ham steak is fully cooked. When you can't find smoked ham hocks, smoked turkey, use this. It's the best. This reminds you of the ham pieces that's left over from your holiday ham, right? That you may have in your freezer, okay? This is the real stuff here, okay? It's not the processed kind, right? So I'm going to show you a close-up piece. Come on in so we can show them close-up pieces of this ham. Look at that. You can imagine how much flavor this ham is going to put in there. So now let's talk about the people that don't eat pork. Because there's a lot of people that don't eat pork, smoked turkey, smoked beef, okay? Beef sausage, okay? There's different options. It does not have to be, remember, it doesn't have to be pork, okay? You too can enjoy this recipe. Or let's just say you're vegetarian. If you're vegetarian, no worries. The same recipe will work minus the meat and it would be enjoyable. And then even when you think about the chicken broth, don't use it. Use a vegetable broth, okay? So I got you all around. All right, so I feel like what I'm going to do is use a ham steak and a half. Because I tell you what, when I have these beans, I want for everybody that eats these beans to have a piece of meat with every bite that they take. We don't want to have to, search for the meat, right? You don't want to have to search for it. You want everybody to have meat. So therefore, I'm going to use 1.5 of these, and the rest, I'll use it for breakfast tomorrow, okay? So this right here, I'll use for breakfast. There we go. But I do want to put some of this ham into my beans right now so it can begin to let off some smoky, great flavor. You cut this ham up as big or as small as you want, okay? You don't have to have big pieces. Do little pieces if you want, okay? Just make sure you put that bone in there because that bone is, great flavor, trust me. Okay, so I'm going to show you how much my hand is cramping up. I'm going to show you how much I'm going to put in right now of the ham. I'm going to put about this handful, and I have a small hand. I'm going to put about this much ham into the beans right now so it can begin to release great smoky flavor into our beans, okay? Let's do it. My water is boiling. So since my water is boiling for my rice, I went ahead and put my rice in, and my rice will cook for just 11 minutes, and it'll be nice, beautiful, and fluffy. Every time I make it, it's boil in a bag rice, y'all. I live for it. And they make that boil in a bag rice in brown rice as well, and it's delicious. So we have this, and we have the bell peppers and onions that will go in a little later. If you're doing smoked meat, I just have to say it again. Make sure your meat is already cooking, okay? Hello, Gina. How are you today? Alyssa, I'm doing okay. How are you? Thank you for coming in and joining. Welcome. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the current subscribers. I love you guys. I appreciate having you here in this chat today. I hope you all are having a great day. If you look up and you realize that you did not give a thumbs up, please give a thumbs up to the live. I'm going to put my cornbread in, and then I'm going to come around and we can chat, and I can really look at the messages, okay? Because when I'm behind this counter and I'm cooking, I'm cleaning and stuff, it's kind of hard for me to look at the messages. All right, so let's get this in. Don't let me burn my cornbread, y'all. All right, got all my spices and everything. We got the rice going, the beans is going. Have your beans on medium just for now. But then, like I said, once everything gets up and going, we're going to turn the heat of the beans down, okay? But for now, how about we cook them on medium for a little bit just to get them going. But like I said, it's important that we don't cook them up too high, because if you cook them up too high, you can turn them mushy. But we're not going to do that today, okay? All right, I'm coming around. We're going to chit-chat for a little bit. Everything's nice and clean. We understand, Gina. Thank you. I'll be watching the video. Had problems. Oh, you're coming in late. It's okay, Linda. Don't burn the rice. I'm not going to burn the rice. Nope, not going to do it today. Happy Saturday, everybody. MC, welcome in. Happy Saturday, my holy king. Kizzy baby, how you doing, Kizzy? Welcome back in. We're making beans here at the Young's house. Any kind of beans you love, this recipe will work for it. Okay? That sounds good. Let me see what you're talking about. You hope it turns out well. Let's see what you're talking about. Don't forget about the cornbread. I put a timer on. Thank you. Let's see what he's making. He's making something. Everybody's saying that sounds good. Let's see. Raspberry lemon cake. Wait, it does. It sounds good. Now, okay, listen. Just tell me this. You're going to tell me right now. Tell me if there is, did you heat that up? Are you eating it cold? Get a paper towel so you can wipe your hands. Keep your hands nice and clean. Tell me if I have icing in here. Look in that pantry. Listen to me. Look in that pantry and look in there and tell me if I have icing. If I got icing, y'all about to make me make a cake because, well, I don't know if I want to make a cake because tomorrow I'm making a special dessert. But I am curious if I have icing in there. Oh, you'll send us a piece. Okay. I'll be waiting on my piece because I want a piece of that cake. It does sound good. You said, what did you say? Raspberry lemon or something like that? Gina, what are you doing for Mr. Young tomorrow? Tomorrow we're going to have a special breakfast. I'm making waffles. I'm making scrambled eggs, cheesy scrambled eggs. I'm going to make sausage and bacon. We're going to have toast, fried potatoes with onions, okay, and some orange juice and coffee. So we'll have a big breakfast tomorrow, right? And we'll eat outside at the picnic table out back. So we'll do that. And then for dinner, I'm cooking on the grill. And I don't want to disclose what I'm making. He already knows what we're having for breakfast. I don't want to disclose what I'm making for dinner because I want it to be a surprise. And I am going to make a dessert. We are going to cook outside on the grill, and I think it'll just be great. And just a day of relaxation. It does. Sonia, I wish I could have you over for breakfast. I would. I'd have you right here eating breakfast with us. Thank you, thank you. We are going to do it, and I'm excited. I'll tell you about the dessert. The dessert that I decided to make, I'm going to make the Better Than Anything cake for tomorrow, okay? So the Better Than Anything cake is like the best cake on earth. It's just like the best cake on earth, and he loves it. He loves the icing because the icing's not real sweet, but it's like the perfect cake. And it's a cold cake that you keep in the refrigerator. If you all, y'all, I just got some sucker on my hand. If you all have not seen me make Better Than Anything cake, you need to definitely check the video out because it's a really interesting cake that is so easy to make and it tastes good. Oh, you said it is amazing. Okay. Oh, you said from scratch gets on your nerves, but it's well worth it. Yeah, I believe that too. Oh, sausage, gravy, and biscuits. That's my favorite. Is it? Now, Derek, did you see me make the homemade biscuits the other day? Listen here. Derek, I made homemade biscuits. These biscuits were absolutely amazing. It was so much fun to make them. I even made a mistake when I made them, and they turned out perfect. They were so fluffy. They were about this thick. When you opened them up, you could just see the steam, and we melted butter on top. We put honey. We had honey available for the biscuits, strawberry jam available, and we had fried ham, for the biscuits. The biscuits was the best. So if y'all haven't seen that video from the other day, check it out. Okay. She said, watching and listening to this, bringing all my appetite back. That's great. That is great. That's great. You just watched the biscuit video. Okay, Gina. Listen, for the people that just cooked with me, or the people that just took a note, how easy was it? Was it easy? Was it easy? Let me know that it was easy. And now we're just sitting and waiting. Later on, we'll put some more meat in, some more bell peppers and onions. But basically, okay, very easy. Okay, great. So far, very easy. Okay, great. Great, great. I love when I can bring you all an easy, quick, simple, delicious recipe that doesn't hardly require you to do much, but put everything. I'm going to turn the camera around. Y'all, my husband picking on me. I said, I was, huh? What you gonna get? I can't hear you. I was gonna flip that camera right around on you. When I was talking, he was doing this. Like I'm running my mouth. You want a big plate, Latika? Okay, everybody says hello and happy Father's Day, baby. He said thank you. He said happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Von Crazy Family. Okay, so this is Caress. Caress, welcome. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Du Bois. Du Bois. Du Bois, the last name Du Bois. My grandmom's. Let's talk about your last name. Welcome in, first of all. And tell Von Crazy Family I said thank you for sending you over here. So welcome to the chat. My grandmom's first cousin was W.D. Du Bois. And I can remember when I was in the 5th grade, I had to do a, what's it called? Like a report or essay on him. I remember my dad telling me what he did, but I can't remember today. But Du Bois, that last name is in my family. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in and joining us. What we're doing today, we got a big pot of lima beans going. So we've already put it all together. And it's going to cook for a couple hours. We have rice and cornbread in the oven. And we just sit and chit-chat for a while. And then when dinner is done, we're going to say a prayer, eat together, and then we're going to chit-chat for a couple hours. So welcome, welcome in. Everybody, welcome. Everybody new that's in here, Soldier for God, welcome in. Okay, Gina, if you had to give up one type of meat for a whole year, which one would it be? Oh my goodness, if I had to give up any meat for a full year, what would it be? It would be steak. I know, right now you're wondering like, I can't believe you're saying steak, Gina. Well, the reason why I'm saying steak is because I can't find any good steak anymore. All the steak that I taste nowadays doesn't taste real. So I could definitely say, oh, you would give up ribs? Oh my goodness, not after the ribs I made the other day, Raymond. Raymond, I fried some ribs. Raymond, I fried ribs. It might have been yesterday. The ribs was the best ribs that I ever had in my whole life. They taste so good. I couldn't give the ribs up, but I could definitely give a steak up. It's been so long since I had a steak that tastes good, like a real steak that you used to have when you was younger, you know? What you gonna get? We're gonna be, yeah, maybe 2. Yeah. No, he was just eating them ribs.
One.
They messing with me, y'all. They messing with me. Mm-hmm. Double cheeseburger. I love you. Oh, you would give up chicken? Okay. Let me see. Okay, so let me see what everybody's talking about. Gina, did you see the picture? Oh, I did. I loved it. It was so interesting to see them huge animals in your car. Mildred sent me a picture, y'all. She went to a safari where, you know, you go through with your car. The animals can stick their heads in there and you can feed them. I don't know if I would totally freak out or how I would feel. I don't know how I would feel. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I don't know how I would feel. I'd be scared. And she said the llama, or one of them, she said one of them had stinky breath. I don't know. I mean, especially if I was driving, let's just say I'm driving, right, through the safari. I'm driving through the safari, and I got my foot on the brake. And this big animal decides that he wants, llama spit too, and he decides that he wants to put his head through my window. You have to have the windows down. I think I would put my foot on the gas and just ram right into the next car. See, so I don't know how good it would be for us to go on that type of safari trip. Or let's just say I'm in the passenger seat and I jump in my husband's lap when something goes through my window. And then we get it. No, it just wouldn't be good. Take the car with the top down. Heck no! They would damage that car. Oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine what they would do. That would be scary. He said take the one with the top down. I would be so scared. What if they just grab my hair? Start spitting in my hair. But okay, so I can actually say I think that type of safari would be nice. So speaking of Von Crazy Family that sent Soldier over, the voice over, he did a video. Von Crazy Family is his name, and that's his channel name. He did a video where they did the safari, and they recorded it, and it was the funniest thing ever. Like, I was laughing for days later about how scared they was of these animals. Like, forget that. I would like to do it, but I think I would be scared. Welcome, Sev. Thank you for coming in. Welcome if you're new. Welcome if you're new. Gina, check the rice. Oh, Eula, thank you. Eula, you saved me. Eula, you saved me. Okay, so now what I'd like for you all to do, if you're cooking with me or if you're writing notes down, go ahead and give your beans a nice stir around, okay? And my rice is done, just like Eula said. Well, let me see. Yeah, my rice is done. So all I'm doing with the rice here is I'm draining the rice, and then I cut the bag open and put the rice back into the pan and stir a little bit of butter in there, okay? I'm coming back around and we can talk. Thank you, Eula, for saving me. I didn't burn my rice. I got a few more minutes on my cornbread. Okay, everybody. I need to see that computer. Okay. Thank you for saving me. Yeah, we do, Rod. Linda says, I won't go near any animal. Is that right? My goodness, Gina. Get you one of those Derek says, Gina, get you one of those Flintstone cars and pedal with your feet. Well, that is so funny. Gina, it's nice to ride through it. Just have Mr. Young feed the animals. No, guess what? I think he'd be scared of the animals. Hold on, let me finish reading your message. Hold on, let's see, Gina, just let Mr. Young feed the animals. The buffalo have stinking breath. It's worse than the cat and dog poop. Is that right? Try not to get spit. Oh, is that right? I don't know how well that would go over, because I think he would be scared. But I tell you one thing, when we went to Florida, like 2 years ago, we went to SeaWorld and we fed the, I can't don't remember what they're called, but we fed some type of sea animals, and he loved that. He had so much fun feeding them, and they would call for the food. They were like, ooh, ooh. I don't know what kind of noise they were making, right? But they'll come up and they'll do that, let you know that they were hungry. My husband had the time of his life feeding them. But when it comes to an animal that's actually up close to you and they got their head in the window, I think he would freak out. I think he would freak out. Let's see. I would be scared to go through a zoo and feed. Oh, way. So now they had asked me, Nancy, someone was standing at the window and scared her. Huh? What is he saying? Oh shoot! I read his message and forgot what I was getting ready to say. I can't think of it. It'll come back to me. My eyes are burning me today, and I'm pretty sure it's probably allergies. But they wasn't burning before I came on here, but once I began to cut the onion, now they're really burning. And Nerly said, I'm terrified. Okay, let me look at Charlene's question. Okay, let me find her. Hold on, thank you. Okay, Charlene, what's the purpose of putting onion and bell pepper and ham and the beans in layers? Great question. Okay, the reason for doing that is, because, and this is going to make a lot of sense to you. After I tell you, you're going to say, aha. So, for as long as these beans take to cook, we know they take a while to cook. What I like to do is I like to put the onion, garlic, and bell peppers in, half of it. Because right now, what's going to happen to these bell peppers and onions, they're just going to cook down, disintegrate. You're barely going to even be able to see them, right? But one thing that they're going to do, they're going to put in some great flavor, right? But since they're going to disintegrate, you ain't hardly going to be able to see them because we cooked the beans so long, right? So what if I want for my beans to have some color going through them? And I do. I want for people to be able to see my bell peppers and onions in them. Now, the bell peppers and onions that we put in right now, since they're just going to cook down to nothing, you ain't going to be able to see them. So how about we put some in right now, let that flavor just disintegrate into Flavorland. You ain't going to be able to see the bell peppers and onions no more. Right? So the last half an hour, since I want you to be able to see the bell peppers and onions in my beans, I decide the last half an hour we put the rest in. That way you can see them. And it gives your beans some nice color. Okay? And kind of like a different texture. Because you're going to be able to taste the bell pepper and the onion. Even though the other bell peppers and onions that went in, you're going to be able to taste it, but I want to see it as well. Now, when you talk about the ham, since my ham is already cooked, basically all you got to do is heat it up. So what I'm doing right now with this ham, I put this ham in to release lots of flavor into my broth. Well, Gina, why did you leave more ham to be put in later? Because I don't want for my ham to dry out. The ham is already cooked. All you got to do is heat it up. So I decided that I'm going to put in the rest of the ham a little bit later. This ham right here, it's for flavor. It's going to release flavor into the broth. I'm going to put this flavor in. It's going to remain nice and juicy. Or this ham is going to remain nice and juicy. Hopefully you can understand. But if you don't, as you cook this recipe, you'll see and you'll say, okay, I understand. And because back in the days, I used to make beans and I would put my onions in. I don't feel like back in the days I used bell peppers. But then I realized that they disintegrated down to nothing and all you would see is beans and ham. But I love that you can see vegetables going through, different colors going through those white beans. You're gonna see. So my timer just went off. It's time for me to check on my cornbread. I'll be right back. I put it on 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. It's done. I'm going to show you the cornbread. Turn the camera on. Look at this cornbread, y'all. Ha ha! In a few minutes we'll come and we'll just put some nice butter onto the cornbread and then we'll cut it. And then I also wanted to show you my nice, beautiful, fluffy rice. Look at that. Put you some parsley on there if you want to, you know, like make it pretty. Let me go ahead and turn the oven off. Give your, every once in a while, go in and stir your beans around just to give them a nice stir. Make sure nothing's sticky. Okay, and we're going to keep it on medium just for a little while longer, and then we'll turn it down low, okay? I hope I ain't smacking too much on that sucker, but that sucker tastes good. Nearly she could not find. I know, I just could. I hated it, y'all. You know I wanted to put some ham hocks in, but just couldn't find it. I was mad too, but it's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world. That's all I could find. That's all I could find. You know I wanted to come in and show you how to make it with smoked ham hocks, but I just couldn't find it. So what do? You improvise. You improvise. That's all you do. And guess what? These beans is going to be able to stand up against beans that was cooked with ham hocks. Absolutely. Oh, let me see what my phone is doing in my back pocket here. Hold on. Seems like I get... Okay, that's Experian. Experian, okay. Gina, are you afraid to touch horses? I think I'm afraid to sit on the horse and go riding on a horse. I think I'm afraid. I've seen too many horror stories or movies. I don't know if it's movies or stories or books, but I've heard of too many things where people get on the horse. They get on that baby, and then zoop, the horse go that way, and you go flying that way. See, that's what scares me. When I told y'all the story about I went to Camp Mary Orton in the 5th grade, right? My dad paid an extra $25 so I could ride a horse. Well, he paid that $25 for nothing because I ain't get on no horse. I was scared. I was scared. No, I'm not frying chicken with these beans, no. I've never had fried chicken and beans together. Usually when we have beans, we have rice and cornbread. And I have the rice done, I have the cornbread done, we're gonna slather it. And Miss Karen is laughing. Horses can buck you. See, you love horses, Sonia, is it right? So okay, so where I grew up at, Sue says, I'm afraid of horses for the same reason. So where I grew up at, my dad, they bite and pull long hair. Is that, would they pull my hair? So where I grew up at, there was a place called Smith Farms in Columbus, Ohio. And me and my dad would ride. Oh, you saw it. Yes, they do. They have beautiful hair. So me and my dad would ride our 10-speed bikes down over this viaduct, and we would make our way to Smith Farms. And there was 2 horses, and they would come to the fence, and my dad would say, get you some sugar. They like sugar. So we put sugar or apples, right? And I can't remember what we would grab. He'll say they like them, right? And they were the most beautiful creatures ever that you want to see, but I'd be scared half to death to get on one. You're scared. That one is weird, Sherry. That's funny though. Sherry says I'd be scared of them stepping on my foot. Sherry. but never rode one. Okay. Oh, Derek says that too. Don't let him step on your foot. Sonia loves them. Deborah said, I'm scared of most animals. Hey, the baby or T-baby, welcome back in. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so Mildred says, Sue, I was scared of those animals, but I had my windows cracked. No, you can't do that. You're supposed to have your windows down. Everyone was laughing at me, but didn't care. I'm scared of horses too. Okay, so Derek says, I've never seen a moose before, but they look scary too. I know, Derek. When we seen those mooses, they were beautiful, but a lot of the animals were shedding their fur, and we totally understand that. Like, this is the best zoo in the world, right? So we know that they're well taken care of. But when we were looking at them and a couple other animals, you could tell that they were shedding, and so their fur looked really bad. But once that shedding process was over, their fur will look gorgeous. But it's just shedding season for them, you know. Gina, where are the dogs? I got the dog. Go get them, Dakota. Yeah. They're asleep. They're in the cage. In the cage in my bedroom sleeping. He gonna go get them. Gina, I just saw your zoo video yesterday. It looked lonely without Drew. The moose looked lonely without Drew. Ostriches are the animal. Sonia, guess what? No, they ain't. They ain't in the beans. Listen, Sonia, guess what? Oh, what did Sonia say? The ostrich was huge, Sonia. So his face, their faces, is teeny tiny, right? So let's just say their face is this big, right? With the beak. Right? Hi, guys. Hi. Oh, he's sleepy. So the ostrich has a little face. The body is huge. Everywhere you walk, that ostrich was looking, and I bet you if we would have went in that cage, he would have pecked us to death. The ostrich is scary looking.
Oh, they better on that look.
Okay, I'm gonna get you too. Come here. Can you give me the other one? Hold on, sweetie pie. Hold on, I'm gonna get the other one so y'all can see him. Ostriches, they freak you out. Is that right? The bats. I know the bat. Now the bat. Hey guys, hi. How are you? Say hi to the people. Say hi to the party people out there. Oh, did you just wake up, sweetie pie? He's a good boy. And a good boy. Take them outside to use the bathroom. So now there's people, Sonia, that eat ostrich eggs and take them outside. There's people outside that eat ostrich eggs, and they say the ostrich egg is so strong it's even hard to crack. But when you get an egg, like the egg yolk is like this big, right? I don't want it. I don't want an ostrich egg. Who the heck says, why don't we eat an ostrich egg? Who says that? Okay, so my holy king says 1 ostrich egg equals 15 eggs. That is disgusting. Which baby? The first baby that I picked up? Prince, the one that really looks like a little baby. Although they're brothers, they're the same age from the same litter. He's still a baby. He even looks like a baby. He loves bell peppers. You cut a bell pepper. So I gave him bell peppers, and he ate his and he ate his brother's. Kicking it with Donna says hello to Nicole Stucco. Valencia says, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, cook an ostrich egg, Gina Young style. She says, oh, heck no. No, I know, no ostrich eggs. Yo, I didn't realize. So, I mean, I never imagined. So we was looking at the python when we went to the zoo. And this is way off subject, but it looked like a dog had went in their cage and used the bathroom, right? And so I'm looking and I said, what is that? Right? I said, what is that? And they said, it might have been my husband or Dakota said, that's snake poop. And I thought, are you kidding me? Like, I wouldn't think. But then I guess so, because what are they feeding that python? It looked like a dog had went in there and used the restroom, and I thought, man, that's interesting because I wouldn't have thought that. Karen says, wow, OMG. Hold on, y'all. Let me look at something real quick. Oh, you would eat the ostrich egg if I cooked it? Oh, my goodness. Hold on, guys. You've seen some folks sell ostrich eggs and meat? Is that right? Okay. I was looking at a message. They can't be feeding them snakes. They feeding them something, I'm telling you, because I was surprised. It is interesting, right, Sherry? I couldn't believe it. I said, what is that? I know. But if they could possibly, I wonder at the zoo what they feed the snakes. I do. Oh, Liz. Ooh, wait. You said rats? Oh, my goodness. Oh, you said the same thing. Oh, you can't stand snakes? Okay, Sonia, we have to ask you this question. Sonia, we have to ask you this question. So when you were gone, we was on a live, and Drew got timed out, okay? And the timeout said, Sonia timed out Drew. Drew was timed out of the live, and he said, I'm calling my lawyer. He said, I'm calling my lawyer. What happened? He was timed out for 500 seconds. He finally came back into the chat like, hey, what happened? Somebody blocked me. We was laughing, and I said, is Sonia in here? Everybody was laughing. Tell me, Sonia. Sonia, tell me, Sonia, tell me, was you watching the live? And you clicked on his name? Because somehow he got blocked. And everybody said that it said Sonia blocked him. We laughed so hard. We couldn't stop laughing. They did. They said, poor Drew. I said, but where is Sonia? Listen, it wasn't you. Guess what I had to do on the live? I went into the computer and I said, let me make sure ain't somebody else in here as a moderator. So I looked and I showed the live people. I said, I got Sonia, I got Mildred, and I got Ron. I said, that's all I got on here. I said, y'all see all three. And I thought, I wrecked my brain and I said, maybe she was watching, but just not in the chat, and she accidentally hit on his name. Drew, was a mess. He was like, Gina, I'm calling my lawyer. We had a good laugh that day. Mildred laughing. We had a good time. It was, see, my Holy King said, Drew, it was. Ron said, I was his lawyer. How to make lima beans taste delicious. Put that. Yeah, how to make lima beans taste delicious. And then they start saying, Sonia, and then they start saying my husband was guilty. My husband's like, wait, what are you talking about? I'm not even in this. We couldn't figure it out. When do you do a campfire on Saturday nights? Y'all, I totally forgot that y'all wanted me to do a night where we camp out back. Little bit, or Ashton Bull just had me, reminded me. I gotta get my my camping gear and my tent so we can camp out back. I just totally forgot, y'all. Okay, I gotta remind myself. Somehow I gotta remind myself that I'm gonna do that. You see, Mr. Young needed a lawyer that day. Everybody was messed up, and I was like, what the heck is going on? The hyenas might be out back. I don't know what that is out back to be screaming like that. Remember it was screaming in the backyard? And y'all said it sounded like the devil was beating his wife. Y'all remember y'all said that? We're gonna do that. I forgot. Sonia says I need a lawyer now. Sonia, we're gonna have. I'll have to tell you what live that was because you would have loved it. It was so funny. What time are you going to do it? Oh, I'll let you know, Ashton. Little bit. I'll definitely let you know when it'll be, what we're going to do. Probably roast like some hot dogs and s'mores on the campfire. But it'll be a lot of fun. I totally forgot about it. It is hilarious. Nancy said, you'll find out what's out there when you sleep outside. No, the heck I ain't. Don't you tell me that, Nancy. Nancy said, you'll find out what's back there when you sleep outside. Let me see what you got going on. Took the microphone off, okay? So you're going to hear background noises, but I'll turn the microphone back on when we go check on our food, okay? Isn't that funny what she said? You'll see what's out there when you sleep out there. I really wouldn't be afraid to sleep. Let's see, Mildred says, Gina, Sonia said she need a lawyer now. I know I've seen. I've seen because they're cute. Because Sonia, you do. Because they are accusing you of blocking Drew out of the chat. It was funny, Nancy, what you said. That's okay, Gina. You find out when you sleep out there. That is such a scary statement. Yes, Ashton is a little bit. From time to time, Ashton will change the name from Ashton Bull to Little Bit, from Little Bit to Ashton. And I'm innocent. Gina, if you camp, okay? Oh, Denise said, I say she's not guilty. Innocent. Okay. True. He's saying I didn't do anything. Oh, Charlene said, I believe you, Sonia. Gina, if you camp outside, make sure no big snakes get you. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks a lot, Mildred. Thanks for scaring the crap out of me right now. Nicole is laughing. Oh, man. I love when we have a great time. I love when we have a great topic. I really do. I really do. So she said, we both innocent. Yeah, you are. But we couldn't figure it out, though. I said, I don't know what the heck going on, y'all. Oh, you love the zoo trip. We're going to go back. We're going to go back. See, I don't know if y'all know, but I still wear, sometimes you may be able to see it under my clothes. I still wear a compression, like on under here. You might be able to see the buttons that I attach. But I still wear that after my surgery. Anyways, if you don't know what I'm talking about, so it's like a bodysuit. After having that tummy tuck, I still wear that. And when I was walking at the zoo, I was miserable. Sometimes because I had that bodysuit on and my pants kept falling down because it's like silky. It makes your pants slide down. And so I kept hiking my pants up and I was thinking, oh, and it was hot there. So the bodysuit that I had on was hot. My pants kept sliding down. I thought, oh man, this is the worst. So I know when we go back, I'm not gonna wear it because I don't want that to happen no more. I was so uncomfortable. Walking in the heat with that thing on is the worst. Oh, you love tigers. Thank you. You needed a good laugh. Oh, that's great. That's great. Sweet, let's see, sweet, somebody says sweet something. Oh, sweat coming, yeah, it was. I was like, oh man, and then I had that purse was heavy. So next time I go, I'm putting some sweatpants on. I ain't wearing that compression thing around my stomach. I'm gonna wear some comfortable shoes. I ain't going to dress up, and I think the trip will be much easier, and I'm not carrying a huge purse with me. I'm gonna carry like something like around my waist, and then I could have whatever I need around my waist. That way I'm not worrying about carrying a 20-pound purse. Okay, Maria says your hair is fine. Leave it. What are you talking about, Maria? Who said anything was wrong with my hair? Check the food, Gina. Nancy, the food's doing great. I'm happy with the way everything's going. In like 10 minutes, we'll get up and we're going to turn the heat down, okay? We'll turn the heat down and then we'll give it a nice stir. If you want to give your beans a nice stir right now, absolutely you can. And what you're going to be checking for is checking to make sure nothing is sticking in the bottom of your pan. Okay, so when we go over in 10 minutes, we're going to be turning the heat down just by a little bit, okay? You do want the dreads. Oh, well, like I said, I do feel like I would look nice with dreads, but I don't think I don't think that's what I'm ready to do right now. But I do feel like I would look nice with them. I do. I don't know. Somebody in the chat, Maria, says, your hair looks fine, leave it alone. I have no clue what she's talking about. I'm not Maria. You said, who worried about it? Be careful, Drew, you might get timed out again. 10 minutes, yes, turn the heat down. Thank you, Sonia. Gina, let's see. I got rid of her, whoever the troll was. Evidently, they didn't like me touching my hair. Get out of here. So I was talking about, there's a dread that you can do, and it's called, where's the other baby? It's called Bohemian, it's like a dread called Bohemian braids or something that looks like dreads. And I would love to try them one day. One day I'm gonna try them. That don't mean I'm gonna try them right now or even this year. But one day I would love to try them just to see how I would like them. Sent to the abyss. I know, Drew, that's what she said. People are nuts, Nicole. Nicole Stucco, I know. Listen, y'all couldn't even imagine. Y'all see some trolls come in here every once in a while. But people will message me and say some of the craziest stuff. People will email me and say some of the craziest stuff. And I'm thinking like, what? Where did that come from? Like, who are you? Right? I just be like, block. Block. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Yes, Debbie Sinclair. Derek said, I can imagine. Yeah, they do. I didn't get your email yesterday. Oh, let me see. Did I get your email? Ron, I'm sorry. I get so many. What did you say? Let me see. Did I get your email? Oh, about your computer. I got the email. At least I seen the email. I thought I emailed you back. Let me see. Sent. Oh, nope, I didn't email you back. I seen the email about the computer. Gina, what is your favorite cookie? My favorite cookie, Florence. Hello, Bill. My favorite cookie is a cookie that you're not going to believe that I'm getting ready to say. The sugar cookie is my favorite cookie. You have to go. You'll come back later, okay? That's fine, Valencia. Thank you for coming in. Mine's is the sugar cookie. Oh, Bill says snickerdoodles. I'm not a fan of, I like cinnamon, right? I do. But I don't want cinnamon in my cookie like that. Not a lot. And the snickerdoodle calls for a lot of cinnamon. Oh yeah, Derek, you're right. The sugar cookie is what I love. I live for a sugar cookie. But I also like a peanut butter cookie. Someone didn't know what a troll is. Some people don't know, especially if they're new to coming into lives and stuff. Some people have no clue what a troll is. What are you cooking today? Rosetta, I am cooking. Ooh, the frosted ones. Sometimes I feel like people can overwhelm a sugar cookie by putting too much frosting on it. I can eat just a sugar cookie just nice and plain. I don't like the kind that you can buy in the store that they're that soft sugar cookie and then they got that thick white icing on it. It's too sweet. It messes up the sugar cookie. I want a real sugar cookie, just plain. And I can eat eat all of them by myself. Pecan sandies, I do love those. Okay, Eula likes peanut butter cookies. See, yeah, Miss Karen said that icing is too much for you. Christmas cutout cookies, Liz, that's the kind I like. Chocolate chips is good, but sometimes the chocolate can be a little bit overwhelming. Now, I make a chocolate chip cookie, y'all. That is so good. I put walnuts in it. Oh my goodness. That chocolate chip cookie is good. Publix has the best cookies. Is that right? How about macaroons? I like macaroons. Oatmeal raisin. My husband likes oatmeal. I love ginger snaps. Lynn. Shortbread cookies. Yes. Have you ever had the lemon cookie? It's like called a lemon cookie. They're really good. Derek said Drew was a troll that day. Oh, Dutch wafer cookies. I think I know what that is. Cranberry oatmeal cookie is yours. Yum. Oh, the Girl Scout cookies. Okay, so when it comes to the Girl Scout cookies, we're getting ready to turn our heat down just by a little bit. Don't turn it on low, okay? Don't turn it on low. We're just going to turn it down just a little notch, and we're going to get those beans a nice stir around. The Girl Scout cookies that I like is I like the Thin Mints, and then I like their peanut butter cookies. Their peanut butter cookies, I can eat a whole box by myself. I love Girl Scout cookies. Good afternoon, Persis. Persis Rami. I pray that I'm saying your name right, and if I'm not, I'm so sorry. Do you make crackling cornbread? I really don't, and I haven't, and I need to make it for you all, because you're not the first person that's asked me that. I feel like y'all want me to make that for you. Oh, campfire mints were your favorite growing up, and you love lemon or I've never had the lemon Oreos. Samosas, okay. You love the Thin Mints. What about the lunchroom cookies? Oh, let me talk about this. Your name is Sibley Thomas. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. What about the lunchroom cookies? The lunchroom cookies, I like the Star Kissed, where it had like Rice Krispies in it, caramel and chocolate, and I like to eat it with purple grapes. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I love that. Yo, I'm sorry that this tripod keeps slipping and my face keeps... I don't know what a butter crunch is. Oh, Derek says I love lemon bars. Lemon Oreos. I never heard of it, y'all. Well, hold on, y'all. Let me check the messages. Okay, how about we go over and check on our beans together. We're going to give them a nice stir. We're going to turn them down a little bit. And then I got a great topic that we can talk about that's going to be so much fun to talk about. Remember the other day, we had a live. Somebody had said something in the chat, and I said, ooh, this will be a great topic. And then I couldn't remember what I wanted to talk about. I was in the bed the other day, and I said that's what it was. Because I watched the live. I watched what the comment was, and I seen what I thought would be a great topic. So we're going to talk about it after we stir these beans and turn them down a little bit. Let's go over there and check on our food. Oh, you learned how to make lunchroom cookies. Oh, you remember that day. Okay, let's do this real quick. How the heck? I don't have the option. Okay, there it goes. I couldn't see. Okay, come on in, y'all. Come on. I'm going to wash my hands. Wash your hands because you may be touching things. Always wash your hands before you go over and touch, you know, the spoons of your food. I want to put the microphone on. Put the microphone on. The microphone. Okay, let's get the microphone on. We're going to check this food. How to make lima beans tastes delicious. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let me have a microphone. I just washed my hands. Let's check on the food together. Okay, you got it? Check on these beanies. Beanie wings. Oh, they look good. Yes. Ooh, wee. So now what you're going to notice is that, remember I told you, your liquid will, a lot of it will evaporate and eventually you're going to need more. So that's the situation that we're in right now. We're going to need more. Whether it's broth or water that you use, put some more liquid in because a lot of your liquid would have disintegrated or evaporated. And since you put new liquid in, anytime you put new liquid in, you always have to re-season, okay? Because putting new liquid in makes you have to re-season, okay? So come on in, let's check on everything together. Ooh, these beans is looking good. Ooh-wee. So can you all really see down in there how much water that I've lost? Since I've lost water or liquid, I'm going to add more. If you don't have chicken broth, it's fine. Add more water, okay? We never ever want our beans to be not have enough liquid, okay? So come on in. Oh, mommy, ha ha. They're looking good, they're cooking up, but they're just not done. Okay, look at that. The beans have really swollen. That's what you want. Turn your heat down just a little bit. But when I say turn it down, don't turn it on low. Okay, I don't want you to turn the beans on low. All right? I'm gonna have you turn the air off because I am freezing. Let's stop talking about them before I place an order right now. Okay, listen. So the other day, so the other day we was talking about dreams, remember? And y'all was telling me the craziest dreams that y'all had, right? And somebody had said something about being asleep or awake or something. And I thought, and at that point, I read that message and I thought, oh, this would be a great topic. Because I've had this topic with somebody else before, like my husband. But my question was to you all. Oh, you saw Dakota. He tried to run from the camera. He did. They saw you. They saw you. He tried to skip and run from the camera. So listen. This is a great topic. Did y'all see? They said, I saw him. They saw you. He doing like this, covering his head. Did y'all see the movie where the person went to get surgery? Or they had to get surgery. It was called Awake. I think, I could totally be wrong about the title. I could be. So, the person gets surgery. That was my son. That wasn't Mr. Young. That was our son. He's 14. So the person goes to get surgery, and during the surgery, they are awake. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? So listen. So as you're getting surgery, you can feel everything being stitched up. You can feel everything being cut into, being taken out, being whatever. Right? And whatever medicine they give you, it basically paralyzes you, right? I'm assuming. You know, I could totally be wrong. But, and you're supposed to be asleep. and not know or remember anything that has happened to you during surgery. But there is a percentage of people, that it really happens to them where they can hear everything that's going on, hear all the conversations, hear the music that's being played, hear the saws going into you know, whatever they're doing, snipping and cutting you, or whatever they're doing. You can hear all of that. And in this movie that I watched, it was nuts. So the man was laying down, like say he's laying down on the, you know, on the, what is it? On the bed, on the operation table. They see a tear drop down his eye. One of the nurses or somebody saw a tear drop. And then they looked at his vital signs and his blood pressure was like sky high. And they was like, oh my goodness. He was awake the whole time. But I guess the medicine did its job and paralyzed him. But he was able to feel and hear everything that was going on. That had to be one of the overall scary movies you could ever imagine. I feel like that movie was so scary. And the reason why it's so scary to me is because it really happens to people. What do y'all think about that? Awake. Oh, you said what movie is it? It's called Awake. Okay, let's see what Ron is saying. Let's see. It's supposed to paralyze you. Is the reason the tube is in the mouth. Yes, some people are paralyzed but are awake mentally and can feel and hear everything. This happens in real life to folks. Yes, Ron. What do y'all think of this? It's like, so they made this movie, and the reason why it's so scary to me is because something like that can really happen. It is so scary. It's called anesthesia awareness. Oh my goodness. That right there, that's a scary topic. Sonia says, Debbie, I gotta see it. Huh? A bean is a vegetable, yes. And you can put meats too. Put it in meats. I got soups and stews. Put it in vegetables, meats, and soups and stews because it falls under all them categories. Oh, Renee. Well, hold on. Susan says, when that happened to me during eye surgery and the follow-up appointment, I told them everything they said. Oh, my goodness. Ooh. Well, yeah, because the blood pressure would go sky high because inside your body is saying, wait a minute, like your body's freaking out. So your blood pressure's, I think that's how they found out that the person was awake. When they saw the teardrop, something made them look at the vital signs and say, oh, the blood pressure was up, right? And then they said, he was awake. That right there, ooh, that scares me. Karen said, that is insane. I know it is. And there's some people that it's really true. But you could sue. You know, if that happens to you, you can prove that happened. I mean, there's a way to prove because they keep track of all your vital signs and stuff. People have won like big lawsuits because of that. Rhonda says, I'm looking at the trailer now. It's 2007. 2007 movie. Y'all, that movie freaked me out totally. It did. It did. It freaked me out. It freaked me out. Lynn, oh my goodness, you're not. you're not. But that is scary. That's what I wanted to talk to y'all the other day. The other day when I couldn't remember what I wanted to say because y'all was talking about dreams. That's what I wanted to talk about, is that person in that movie. Your blood pressure up. Your blood pressure is up. Just thinking about it. Ooh, oh, you did, Purple Love. Oh, wait. See, when I had I had my breast lift and my tummy tuck. They did something different that I'm not used to. So anytime I've had surgery, I've had ACL surgery, meniscus surgery, I've had surgery on my jaw, I've had different surgeries, right? I had my tubes tied and they had to put me to sleep for what they did. But anyways, I've always experienced where they say, you know, you get to see yourself being wheeled into the operation room, right? And then, you know, they put your arms in the stirrup things and get you nice and comfortable, and you can look at everybody and everything and stuff like that. And you can just hear everybody talking. And then somebody finally comes in and they say, okay, honey, we're going to give you something to make you go to sleep, you know, or whatever they say. Or then they might say something like this. They'll say, count back to 10. Anytime I've had surgery, they've always said that. What is that? Always said that. It never failed. And then I would always do this. I'll start counting back 10, 9, 8. Lord Jesus, please help me. Please help me, save me, keep me safe. God bless over the surgeon and the nurses. That's what I be doing. I do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. God please help me, Jesus. Keep me safe. I love my husband. Right? I do. I start praying, right? Next thing you know, I'm woke up, you know, because everything's done and said. So what they did when I had this last surgery for the breast lift in my stomach. So I was talking to the doctor, and I had just hopped off the bed for something because he wanted to put some marks on my back or do something. And I got back in the bed. They had the pumps on my legs so my circulation, my legs could be going. But I totally loved the surgeon, the nurses, everybody that was involved in my whole surgery. That whole surgery group was absolutely amazing with everything they did, but they got me. Here's what they did. So my husband had just stood up and walked away because they was getting ready to get started. So here comes this lady, and she said, "Oh, honey," she said, "I'm just going to give you something in your IV just to, she said, it's just going to relax you a little bit, right?" They hadn't willed me anywhere. They ain't willed me nowhere. I'm still in the. Hold on, I think that's my husband pulling up. They hadn't willed me anywhere, right? I'm still back where I was just getting to know my surgeon, right? So next thing you know, I was at home. I didn't get the chance to count back to 10 and to say my prayer like I usually did. I told my husband, I said, they was slick with it. They wanted to make sure I was relaxed. Because I feel like people can get nervous when they say, okay, we're going to put you to sleep, count back to 10. So they did it so slick and smooth. They just said, honey, I'm getting ready to just give you just a little bit of something, make you relax. Next thing you know, I was at home. I didn't know how I got home. I didn't remember my husband picking me up. They did it real slick. I didn't get a chance to say my quick prayer and to count or nothing. Miss Karen said, oh, yeah, that was slick. It was slick. But like I said, I can definitely say I appreciate the way they all treated me. Now, let's talk about this one time. So this one time, I'm going to have surgery, and the gentleman that was getting ready to operate on me, he had these bottle cap glasses on, like they were this thick. I'm not exaggerating. Don't think I'm exaggerating. His glasses was this thick. He was playing rock and roll music. I was getting my tubes tied. I'm so serious. I'm not even kidding. I was getting my tubes tied. Rock and roll music. Right? It was loud. It was blasting. And I thought, okay. Right? I'm looking. He looked down on me like this. He had them bottle cap glasses on. And all I could see was his eyes doing like this. Like he must have had rapid eye movement. That's all I could think. So I'm looking up. I'm looking up at him and he looking down at me. It was like he was looking in my eyes. And his eyes was going beady, 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 beady. And I thought, oh, Lord. He had me count back. And when I woke up, my tubes was tied. But I thought, man, they was jamming to the music. But I do remember he gave me the chance to count back. But what I was thinking was, oh, Lord, why is his eyes doing that? Beady, 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 beady. It was going this fast. Beady, beady, beady. And I thought, oh, heck no, right? And he was like, honey, count back to 10. And I thought, what? Wait a minute. I thought, wait a minute. I ain't ready yet. I ain't ready. So I just said, Gina, you so funny. It's true. Thank you, baby. So your dad said thank you. Heck to the no. Yes. No lie. I was thinking, so it was like he was looking at me in my eyes. He was probably waiting on me to drift off to sleep because he was like, but as he was looking down at me, his eyes was going, I thought, oh my goodness. I said, not now, Lord, please. And all I could hear the music going, I thought, oh, crap. There's nothing you could do. You got me. Oh, Ron, you told us that, and that is the wildest thing ever. Let me see. Oh, Ron, that is so scary. He was doing the most. I was just like, okay. Purple love. Well, the parents could have purple love. You tell him I said thank you. Ooh, Ron, I hate to hear that when you tell us that. Hello, Sharon. Thank you for coming in and joining us today. God said, not so fast. We need Ron Wilson here. Let me see. Flowers for me. Tell me what I don't understand what you're saying, but I think it's kind of funny. Tell me, explain yourself, Flowers. Linda Green, I got the lima beans going right now. Oh, is it right, Sonia? Ooh, Sonia. I hate to hear that. Well, he said, you saw wild eyes. But, oh, what was I going to say? It's all gone. Let me see a paper towel, please. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was getting ready to say, but do y'all remember the story that I told y'all happened to my husband when he got a splinter in his eye? Do y'all remember the story, or do y'all want to hear it? Eula, you always tell me that. Gina, I love your stories. I love to tell a good story. Excuse me. Okay, Debbie says tell it. Derek says, ooh, don't remember that one. Oh, you're cooking in your crock pot. Okay. Okay. Sonia. Oh, wait. Are you eating your lips? What the heck is that? What are you talking about? Here, I need the charger. Okay, so let me tell you the story. Y'all are gonna remember it though. So, my husband comes home one day from work, and they used to work at like this windshield factory, and they used to have to. Vaguely you remember, okay. They used to have to like move these pallets, and pallets are made out of wood. One day he came home, this had to be 5 years ago. This was 5 years ago. He comes home and he rubbing his eye. His eye is red and he couldn't stop rubbing it. And I thought, thank you for the super chat. He's rubbing, I'm thinking, what the? His eye was really bothering him. And I thought, man. I said, let me see. I look at it and I say, you got something in your eye. Right? He's doing like this. I'm like, yes, something is in your eye. Okay? So he's like, what is it? And I'm like, I don't know. We go to the bathroom. We go to the bathroom together. And I got a flashlight. And I take that flashlight and I shine it. I said, you got a piece of wood going through your pupil. You see my pupil. You got a piece of wood going through your pupil. He said, what? I said, we got to go. He said, go where? I said, we got to go to the hospital. We got there. I had planned on taking my cell phone, recording it all. Because I'm one of those people that like to watch surgeries. I like to watch all kind of stuff like that. And it doesn't never bother me. Right? Welcome in, G. Hughes. And so we get there, and they say, okay, we got to call the eye surgeon people. This was at night. Or the eye specialist, optometrist, whatever you call them. You know what I'm talking about. And they said, but he's at home right now. They said he got to get here. When the man got there to the hospital, it's just me and my husband. He got there. He was looking like Pee Wee Herman. He had high water pants on, and I'm so serious. I'm not even kidding when I tell y'all these stories. I'm telling you, like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. He had a briefcase look like it came from 1920s, right? And he had high waters on, and he definitely looked like Pee Wee Herman. And he was like, okay, hey, how's it going? Right? And we was like, oh, Lord, right? He had to figure out what was going on with my husband's eye. He said, you have a piece of wood that pierced your eyeball. He said, I got to get it out. He said, but, I'm saying, no, it's right. He said, but I got to go home. He said, I got to go get something. He said, because my office isn't in this hospital. He said, I got to go home and get whatever he needed to get. He said, but for now, we got to numb you. I'm thinking I'm going to record it all. Do you hear me? The man take the needle. Now, let's talk about my husband, first of all. My husband don't even want to get an IV. He don't want to get his blood drawn. He don't like stuff like that. It's a no-go for him. So imagine trying to take something out of his eyeball. And he can be really strong, right? And he ain't gonna play, basically. So the man say, okay, first thing we need to do is numb you. He said, and then I'm gonna go home and go get my tools. I was sitting in the corner. Ready to record. And I said, not now. I'm just going to wait till we get down to the nitty-gritty, and I'm going to record it for the kids. The man went to numb my husband. My husband, let me show you my hands. My husband had his hands on the side of the bed, and I could see him doing this. His hands were shaking, and I thought, oh, crap. That's all I'm thinking is, oh, crap. Right? And then I see my husband's face doing this. Like his face was shaking so fast. The man said, it's numb. And I thought, oh my goodness, right? So the man said, I gotta go home, get my tools, right? He go home, get his tools. But then, so he did nothing, he took nothing out, he just numbed him. He finally comes back. When he came back, he opens his briefcase, gets all his goodies out and everything. He gets a soldering gun out, a soldering thing. And because he has to solder something to prevent bleeding. Okay? And he has all these tools and stuff. When he comes, he do something to my husband's eye like this, he does. And my husband said, ooh. And the man said, you felt that? And he said, yeah. He said, I got to numb you again. I thought, oh my goodness. My husband about to hurt the man. That's what I thought. I thought, oh my goodness, he about to hurt the man. Talking about I got to numb. The man was gone so long. He was gone so long. The numbness was gone in his eye. So when he did like that with the tool, my husband said, ooh. He said, you felt that? He said, I got to numb you again. My husband looked at me like, you don't know what I'm about to do. And I thought, oh my goodness, don't do whatever you're thinking, don't do it. Don't do it. That's all I'm thinking, right? So the man gets him numb again. At this point, I'm totally freaking out, and my husband is mad. And you ever seen the cartoons where fire comes out their ears? That's what was happening to my husband. He had fire and smoke coming out of his ears, and I thought, oh my God, I knew something was getting ready to go down. And I said, okay, so he got him numb, okay? Then you know what it sounds like when somebody's cutting through fabric. You know what it sounds like when hair is being cut or fabric. He takes scissors and he start cutting the white part of the eye. And I thought, oh, what? I said, I can't record this. So at this point, what happened? I started feeling like I was going to pass out. I started looking for smelling salts. Like, okay, because if I pass out, I got to know, or I feel like a little faint, So I found the smelling salt. They had it taped like to the edge. I was saying I was getting ready to yank it off the thing and smell it so I could stay awake because I just knew I was getting ready to go down to the floor. So I kept hearing the sound of the scissors going snip, 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 and I thought, oh, ah! So he's cutting through the white part. He had to cut through the white part in order to take the thing out. So the thing comes out, the piece of wood comes out, and then he has to solder it to get it to stop bleeding. And my husband said, well, he looked up and he could see the smoke and smell like burnt, you know what burnt hair smells like? It smelled like burnt hair. My husband said, what is going on? He was looking with the other eye like, what is happening? It was one of the craziest thing ever. But they sent him home with like eye drops and a little pad over his eye for about a week. And he was okay. And he said, I will be careful with those pallets. I'll make sure that my hands don't have nothing on it. I'll make sure, because he told me that he would take those pallets and pick them up like this and just throw them in a pile. He said, I ain't doing that no more. And I thought, oh my goodness. But what was really nuts was when the man said, oh, you can feel that? I got to numb you again. My husband looked at me and I thought, oh, heck no, it's about to go down. It was nuts. It was nuts. Paula says, oh my. I know. But that was the story, and that was crazy for him. Yeah, safety glasses for sure, absolutely. I don't know why they didn't have him wearing safety goggles, you know? He said, I would say, just knock me out. Just knock me out. I thought my husband was going to hurt that man when he said, you can feel that. Because when he poked him in the eye with something sharp. And my husband said, ooh. I know. I want to check on our beans, y'all. You talked a mile. Purple love, I would have passed out. Ooh. He said, ain't nobody putting no needle in my eye. No, sir. Sonia said, I hate pain. It is a crazy story. Yo, I'm just chowing down right now on some White Castles. Derek, you got me on. Derek says, Gina, you got me on edge with that story. Happy birthday, Amber. Happy birthday to Amber. From Gina Young to Amber and Amber's family, happy birthday. Dog man, thank you for coming in. You gonna walk the dogs? Okay. Oh, you refuse to eat it? I love it. We love it here at the Young's house, but only if it's fresh. If it's not fresh, I will get home and just throw it right in the trash. But if it's fresh, I love it. I'm tell you what, it's good right now. Happy birthday, Amber. We love you. Thank you all for wishing Amber a happy birthday. Paula. Is that right, my holy king? Why'd they say that? I want to check in on our beans. Okay. Wonder why they said that, my holy king. They used to call them that in New York. I don't know. I guess that's with just some people. White Castles don't bother my stomach. It doesn't give me any digestive issues. Like, seriously, it doesn't. But I do hear, seriously, that White Castles gives a lot of people stomach issues. Is that right, K Coffee? I love these burgers. My goodness. Oh, you think it's the onions? And I really like when the bread is soggy. It's just something about that hot, soggy bread. That might sound nuts, but I like it. You like it? No issues with you. Okay, okay. I would look nice in dreads. My goodness. Oh, it's the dehydrated onions. Okay. Let's take a look in over at our beans. It does, Ron. It does, but I like that bread. I like when that bread gets soggy. Let's go. I'm going to record this myself. So let's make our way over here. And check in on our beans. Ooh, they looking good. Oh my goodness. We're getting there. We're getting there, and at this point, I want to talk about if you are using, I'm going to go ahead and put this meat in, okay? Not the bell peppers just yet. If you are using smoked, please bear with me, I'm recording myself. If you are using smoked turkey, so at this point, your smoked turkey should be to the point to where you can take the smoked turkey out. Okay? Take the skin off. Take the meat off the bone and get rid of the skin and the bones and shred the meat and throw it back into here. If you have a ham hock that has been cooking, you can take your ham hock out. Listen to me, y'all. Thank you. Take your ham hock out and take the skin off, take the meat off, discard the skin and the bone, and put the meat back in, okay? So that's what I want you all to do right now. I just would like to repeat myself so no one misses anything that I'm talking about. If you cooked using smoked turkey meat, take the smoked turkey meat out, put it onto your cutting board, discard of the skin and bones, shred the meat, and throw it back in. Same thing if you used a ham hock. Discard of the skin and the bone, shred the meat up and throw it back into your beans. Look at this. Ooh, and it's getting even more flavorful. The beans, you can see that they're swelling and they're really beginning to get nice and tender. Aha. Ooh, look at that. So now I'm going to go ahead and season. I'm going to put some paprika in there just because I want to put some color in there. All right, just a little bit of color is all I'm looking for. Okay. I'm going to put some pepper. You want to record this for me? Pepper. Thank you. I'm going to put some salt. Okay. I'm going to put garlic and onion powder. And the bell peppers and onions will go in the last half an hour. And because you see that these bell peppers is in here. Remember the person that asked me, Gina, why are you waiting to put the rest of the bell peppers in? Because take a look. Come look at what happened to these bell peppers. Well, you can barely see them. You can see them, but really not really. Right? So we're going to put the bell peppers and onions in at the last half an hour, you're going to be able to really see them. You're going to really be able to bite down into them and taste them even more than you can taste these. Those, they just let off flavor, and they're really going to disintegrate because right now they're so mushy in there. And I mean for that to happen to those, okay? Look at the broth. Ah, ha, ha. Look at that. Oh, wait. Let me look at the messages, y'all. What did they say? Looks mouth-watering. Thank you, G. Welcome, G, and happy Father's Day. Thank you for coming in and joining us today. We're just making some lightweight lima beans. Look at those babies. Oh, wait. Well, you better make you some, Gina Young style. You're not going to be let down from this here recipe. All right, y'all, so let's continue to let them cook. Now, just remember that when you're making beans, they take a while to cook, okay? They're definitely going to take a while to cook, and if you don't have, fix the camera, if you don't have time to cook them, then wait to cook them until you have that perfect time to cook, because they can take hours. You can definitely make them in the crock pot, okay? So that's definitely an option. All right, I'm coming around. We're getting ready to chat. Everybody welcome G into our chat. Yes, you can. You can use your crock pot. Absolutely, you can. It does. It smells so good in here right now. And we have the cornbread done. The rice is done. I feel like, thank you for the super chat. I feel like when you have beans, a big old pot of beans, I feel like you must have cornbread and rice to go with it. It's just like the perfect thing that goes with beans. I also feel like cabbage goes very well with a big pot of beans. I do. Okay, my Holy King says always rice and beans. Lima beans sound so good. Oh, great. You need to make you some. Not on Father's Day though. You gotta give Risa tell Risa she gotta get in there and make you some good old lima beans. you just relax and take a load off today. It's your special weekend. I seen your wife make that beautiful breakfast this morning, and I was watching in the background. And I thought, man, that breakfast looks good. I seen those grits. I seen her getting down. I was watching. Yes, I was. Uh-huh. You're relaxing this weekend. Oh, that's wonderful. That's what we want because you are such a great dad. We see it. We see it on camera. You are an amazing dad. Yes. Happy Father's Day to all the great dads out there. You all deserve a beautiful weekend. Yes, we appreciate the great dads out there. So I was raised by my dad, and I love to hear good stories about dads. I feel like not enough people celebrate dads. And I hate that. And the reason why I hate it because I grew up with the best dad. You know, like I totally feel like I had the best dad ever that anybody could ever have, right? And I just love to hear stories when people celebrate the dad. It means so much to me. It really does. And what's nuts is I feel like my husband, he reminds me exactly of my dad, different things that he does. And it's crazy to see it because I'm like, that's something my dad would have did. Like, you remind me of my dad right here, what you just did, you know. They do, my Holy King. You said dads do all the hard work. You bet they do. You bet they do. They hold it down. You know, they hold it down. And I wish that a lot of dads could get that recognition that they truly deserve. Oh, you miss your dad. He passed away in 2006. Oh, he was the best dad ever. Okay, okay, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta have the rice and cornbread to go with it, right? How many hours do beans take to cook on top of the stove? Well, I just have to step in and say they could take between 3.5, maybe 4 hours, all depending. And then also all depending on your stove. Because your stove might cook different from my stove. My stove could cook different from my neighbor's stove. So all depending on what heat, all depending on what bean you're cooking. So it just varies. It really does just vary. But what you do, so I can't really, why do you use pressure cookers? I'll tell you that in a second. So what you do, when you're cooking beans, just keep in mind that you keep on cooking those beans until they get nice and tender. And sometimes that will require you to go in and taste them. And at that point when you taste them, you may see, oh, I need to season them again, right? If you need seasoning, go ahead and throw some more in there. Because during times of the cooking process, like we did a few minutes ago, we added some more broth or some more water. Because during the cooking process, some of it will evaporate. You don't want to have dry beans, right? So as you add in liquid, you'll be adding in more seasoning. But once you finally taste that one, and it's nice and soft, and you taste the second one, and you say, yeah, it's soft too, your beans are pretty much done. But it is a process, but I tell you what, it's well worth the wait. That's one thing, that's one thing that I don't mind cooking and waiting for, because after the finished product is so much, like you'll be so happy that you decided to make them. Like I said, you make them when you have time. If you ain't got time, it's definitely not the recipe for you, because it takes patience, okay? It does. And any bean that you decide to cook, you can use the same recipe. You can. You can. Oh, and it's going to be good. Whether you're making black-eyed peas, Great Northern, navy, pinto beans, use the same recipe. You're going to be so happy with the recipe. Send your wife to work with those beans. Send your husband to work with those beans on Monday. Everybody in the break room, they're going to say, who made them? You're going to say, I made them, but Gina Young showed me how. They're going to say, who? You're going to say, Gina Young showed me how. Look her up. No gap. Well, here's the thing. We know beans are good for us. At least beans are considered to be healthy. But they do have carbs in them. So you gotta kind of, weigh your options. With beans being healthy, if you decided to use turkey meat in them, you make them even more healthy, right? But you also gotta know that beans are a carb. But I tell you what, they're so stinking good. Ooh, they taste good. Now, typically, I usually make Great Northern beans or pinto beans. That's the two that my family loves. They love my Great Northern beans. They love my pinto beans. I decided to make lima beans today, and I'm excited. So listen, when I met my husband, y'all, he told me, I don't like lima beans. He said, I don't like them. I don't want to eat them. I'll never eat them. That's what he told me. So in 2017, when I started this channel, I decided I was going to make a big old pot of lima beans, right? I made them. And I told you all in the video, I said, y'all, I just made a big pot of lima beans. I said, I'm not going to tell my husband what type of beans these are. I just want him to taste them, and I want for y'all to hear his reaction. I just gave him the beans. I just told him there were beans. I did not say they were lima beans, because he always told me, He don't like lima beans. That's what he always told me. I made the beans. I gave them to him, right? I said, I did this live on camera. So if you want to see that video, you can see it. And I was younger, y'all, just 5 years ago. So I said, I yelled down the hallway. I said, baby, I said, how's the beans? He said, they are good. He was like, they slamming. I said, did y'all hear that? I said, can you tell me what you said again? He was like, they are so good. Right? I said, y'all, I said, listen, here's the same person that told me he don't like lima beans and would never eat them. I said, if you make them right, don't knock something until you try it the right way. Here's the thing. He said this. He's so funny. He said, so are you saying my grandma couldn't cook? I said, heck no, I ain't saying that. I'm not. What I'm saying is don't knock it until you try it Gina Young style. I said, do you know what you just had lima beans? He said, they was good. I said, that's what it was. I said, you always told me you didn't like them. He said, I like them. And I said, yes. I said, I got him. I said, I got him. But yeah, you gotta, you like black eyed peas, Sonia? Me too. I have them every New Year's. Okay, let's see, you said it's true that some stuff you don't like is good. But if you try a Gina Young style, there you go, Angela. That's what I've been saying the whole time. Nancy. So Nancy says something really interesting. So have you had lima beans and black eyed peas together? Never in my life. Never. I've never heard of that. Lentils. Lentils are delicious, my holy king. I'd have to step in here and tell, I want to do a recipe for lentils for you all. And when I make lentils, I'm gonna make them using Indian spices. I'm talking about a recipe so good you're gonna be licking your fingers when you taste it. Lentils can be delicious. You don't like black eyed peas? Oh my goodness, Mildred. No, you gotta try it Gina Young style. I can't, you gotta have it Gina Young style. Oh, okay, you said, Nancy, I've mixed pinto beans and black eyed peas. Oh my goodness. Oh, is that right, Derek? Baking soda. Okay. Hold on, let me fix the messages. Renee says, my chitlins don't stink. That sentence just sounds so funny. But there are a lot of people that I've heard say when they make their chitlins, they don't stink. And I feel like there's like a strategy, to making them to where they don't have a funky smell. You can put a potato in them, put the lid on. You can put a potato on top of the lid, and it does soak up some of the smell when cooking chitlins. One day I'm going to come on here and do a revision of my chitlin video for you. But where I live now, I totally don't know where I can find chitlins. I don't know where I can find them. Your grandma mixed butter, beans, okra. Oh my goodness, that sounds good. Butter beans with the okra. Oh, heck no. You know that sounds good. Okay, Coffee said put them in the trash. Are you talking about chitlins? No lid. No. I'm talking about if you have a lid. That's just a flat lid. I've done it before. Put a cut potato, right on top of the lid, and it will soak up some of the fume from the chitlins. I know it's totally nuts, but what I live for is the hog mugs. The hog mugs turns my taste buds out. I can eat the whole pot by myself. I can, and when they cool down a little bit and they get kind of like jellied, oh Oh my, I can eat the whole pot. I love them. Now, the chitlins, not so much, but I can make them. I can make them taste good, but I prefer the hog mugs. Did you see what I ever said about your liver? No, can you tell me? Okay, Bill says, what is hog mugs? Hog mug is the actual pork stomach. It's not the intestines, it's the pork stomach, and it is the best thing since sliced bread. At least I think so. Put some vinegar and hot sauce and I will go to town. And I eat it over rice. Listen here, oh my goodness. I'll take that meal over any meal. I have to be nuts to say that, but that's how much I love hog mugs. The cow tongue tacos. I feel like a lot of times when we go to the food trucks and hold on y'all. I feel like a lot of times when we go to the food trucks and we get those tacos, I feel like it's cow tongue. I don't know, and I can't be for sure, but I feel like that's what it is. I feel like that's what it is, because it ain't steak. I'm pretty sure it's cow tongue and it tastes good. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because I think that's what they use. Y'all, my lips get so dry. No, K-Coffee, that is so funny. I'm not tasting anything that can taste me back. I know. Have to figure it out. I really got to do some research where I can find the hog mugs and the chitlins here. I mean, because where I used to live, you know, I knew every place that I could find them. I've tried here. It's so funny because I called a couple meat markets and I'm like, hey, do y'all sell chitlins and hog mugs? And guess what they told me? They said, oh no, we don't cut up the whole pig or something. Or she said something. And I thought, it's like you're a meat market. You don't know, like, you know, that's what I'm thinking to myself when I called. They was confused. When I said, do you have hog mugs? She was like, oh, no, honey, I thought, what kind of meat market are you? Here's the thing. Even if they didn't sell them, I want you to at least be a meat market that knows what they are. But they didn't have a clue. They said, oh, no, honey, we don't, we don't know. We don't. You might be able to find it so-and-so. I call so-and-so, and they didn't even have a clue. I thought, where do I live at, y'all? Can't find hog mugs? Okay, what's the difference between hog mugs and chitlins? Chitlins is the intestines, and we know what travels through the intestines. The intestines looks like this. You know, intestines looks like that in our body, and waste travels through it. That's what chitlins is. Hog mugs is the actual stomach. So the chitlins have that smell because of what travels through it. I mean, the whole life of the animal, that's what travels through it. And you have to clean it very well. You say, what travels through it? You know what travels through it, Drew. Waste. Pig waste. Denise says, see, that's why I don't want it. That's why I don't want it. But, you know, and you have to clean them. You have to take a film off of I have a video showing you how to make them. I'm serious, Susie Q. How you doing? There you go, Angela. Absolutely. Waste not, want not. But I have a video showing you how to clean them. You have to clean them, you have to rinse them. You gotta soak them, you gotta pull like this vein off of, or like this film off of them, and you got to boil them. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into them. You could be cleaning chitlins for a whole day. If you ain't got nobody helping you, you could. And what you clean, you might have 5 buckets, but you throw away maybe 3 buckets worth of unwanted stuff that you're not using. I could be exaggerating right there. You could have 5 buckets and literally throw away like 2 buckets of unwanted pieces that you're not using. I'm serious. And then it cooks down to nothing. Rhonda, pig is the dirtiest meat, but it tastes so darn good. Let's see what Mildred says. Gina, yesterday this park we were doing different food trucks, and reading on each food truck I was getting. Oh, you just said, oh, stay to the barbecue chicken, yeah. Oh, see, Annette says drop a whole onion into your chitlins. I use onion and bell pepper in mine. I've never tried to put a whole onion in there, but I can see how that can do something. I also like to put a little vinegar in mine, just a little, not enough to make it taste like vinegar, but I do feel like it does something special to it. I really do. Oh, okay, my holy king says, Gina, do people cook chitlins without cleaning them? There's some people out there that may. There's some people out there that may. Excuse me, because there's a red bucket out there that will say, cleaned already. Don't believe the hype. Don't you dare believe the hype. Clean them. Because when you open that red bucket, you're going to see some stuff that need to be cleaned. Go ahead and clean them yourself. I wouldn't ever trust anybody's chitlins that don't, yeah, vinegar is a must. Anybody's chitlins that don't clean the bucket, you got to clean them, even though if it say cleaned. Because we don't know how they cleaned them. Pretty much, my holy king, yes. Who is that says I love them? Eula, I love them. Oh, she fried them. Your grandmom tricked you into them. T. Smith says the red bucket is not clean. He said, I'll never make them. No wonder I've never had them before. I don't eat nobody's chitlins. That says Sonia. Just like that one kind of cheese, very foul smelling. So that one kind of cheese, it's called Lorraine cheese. It's a Swiss cheese. It's stinky, but it tastes so good. Y'all, if you've never had a stinky cheese is delicious. I know it sounds totally nuts. There's a Lorraine Swiss cheese. It smells funky, but it tastes so succulent. I know. Yo, guess what I got a taste for? I got a taste for, what the heck was I about to say I got a taste for? Oh, I got a taste for some coffee. I want some coffee. I want a nice cup of coffee. Me and my husband, we love having coffee outside in the morning when it's nice outside. We can sit out back and have coffee. My husband had already had coffee this morning by the time I woke up. And I said, we ain't sitting outside. He said, it's too hot to sit outside. I said, already? It was only 8 o'clock. I said, already? I went outside to feel what it felt like. It felt like 90-something degrees. I thought, I can't believe it's this hot at 8 in the morning. So we didn't get to have our coffee outside. So I miss that because I love having coffee outside in the morning. Yeah, we will. We'll drink coffee, even if it's hot. But we don't want to be sitting in 90-degree weather drinking it, you know. But I can drink coffee any time of the day, even if I'm outside. But it can't be real hot out, you know. Michelle, welcome in. Gina, I would love to send you some of my coffee. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. What kind of coffee you got, K-Coffee? We love coffee. Now, we drink Folgers. Let me see what it's called. We use Folgers Classic Roast, and that's the instant. And we'll use that with this, you know, we got this water system right here. We'll just put a hot cup of, you know, a cup under there, get our hot water and mix the instant Folgers. Now, we'll also brew our coffee in a coffee pot, and we also use the Folgers, the dark roasted. Organic latte, black. Okay, coffee, email me, okay? Folger is your favorite. Yeah. I turned around and I got Maxwell House one day, and my husband said, "Don't you get that no more?" He did. He said, "I like Folgers." I said, "Okay, I won't get it no more." Oh, you're sorry you're late. It's okay, Dooku. I just appreciate you being in here. I do. Your parents were coffee lovers. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, it's okay that you're late. You was hooked on Starbucks. Starbucks has some really nice stuff, but I do feel like they're very expensive. If I go to Starbucks, I like their white chocolate coffee. I don't know, my white chocolate mocha, I think that's what it's called. And then I like to get their hot caramel apple cider. The hot caramel apple cider is everything you could imagine. So it's apple cider that's hot. They put caramel in there. Listen, it's good. And then they put the Cool Whip, the whipped icing on top, or not, the whipped cream on top. And then they put caramel on top of that. When you drink, it's so good. I tell them, I say, give me a tall hot caramel cider, extra caramel. It is the best thing since sliced bread. It's so good. I have a video for when I made it. I made it taste exactly like theirs. My husband went nuts over it. He said, I'm gonna drink a couple cups of these. He said, just make sure I stay in the house all day. He said, because I know I'm gonna have to use the bathroom after drinking this, but it's good. See, I love coffee, but what I find is when I drink coffee, I got to whiten my teeth often because coffee will stain your teeth. It will. Yes, it will. Oh, you like iced caramel macchiato. Penny, hello. Welcome in. Hey, I want to check on my beans one more time, y'all. I'll be right back. Check your beans. Gina, did you ever see how they made imitation crab meat? If you saw, let me see. If you saw the video, you would never eat imitation crab meat again. Rhonda, I tell you what, I love imitation crab meat. I love the flavor. Yum, yum. talk about my little teeny tiny problem that has arose. Which, it's okay, listen, when things happen, like we are cooking live. And when you're cooking, anytime you're cooking, things can happen. So some of my beans had stuck to the bottom of my pan. So what did I do? Well, instead of scraping them, I don't want to scrape any beans off the bottom of my pan. So I literally just took the beans and I poured them into a different pan. And the beans that was stuck to the bottom of my wok is still stuck in that wok, and I'm gonna be like putting some hot soapy water in that wok. The reason why I wouldn't want to scrape those beans off the bottom of the pan, because if they have some burntness, let's just say they do, I don't want that in my beans. Okay, so the problem was fixed and it was solved. Okay, and I decided to put a little bit more liquid in, but guess what? Our beans are just about done. So I feel like what we're gonna be doing is we can turn around. I'm gonna go ahead, put the bell peppers and onions right into, remember I told you, I'll tell you the perfect time. Put your bell peppers and onions in. Let's go ahead and put them in. Taste your seasoning. See how delicious it is. If it's not the way you want it, then you re-season, okay? I know there's one seasoning that I'm gonna be using when I go over there. I'm gonna be using just 1 pinch of sugar. 1 pinch, I'm not trying to make it sweet, okay? So you people out there that worry about that, don't think that, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give it that umami flavor, okay? Make them say, mommy, right? I don't want them to be able to pinpoint why it tastes so good. So I'm gonna put a pinch of sugar, I'm gonna put a pinch of chicken powder, and I'm putting my bell peppers and onions in. And in a few minutes, we'll go over there and look at it together, okay? Keep in mind that I took the beans and put them in another pot because I had some beans sticking in my bottom. So make sure that you're constantly stirring your beans so you don't have that issue. I wanted to just taste the sauce together. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let's see. Can y'all see the sauce or the juice from the beans? Let's taste it together. Yeah, the flavor is so good. At this point, keep an eye on your beans. My beans are minutes away from being done. So now that we've added the last bell peppers and onions, now we're just waiting on those bell peppers and onions to get done. Go ahead, taste some beans. See if your beans are soft. You're on your way. Your dinner is almost done. You already got the cornbread, already got the rice done. This is how they're made. And it takes patience. It takes patience and time. Hold on, guys. I had to taste one of the beans. Oh my goodness. Woo, get back on there. So I figured I'd get a big bean that was in there. We want to see if it's nice and tender. If it's tender, you're on your way. Y'all. Tastes so good. I'm happy with the flavor. I put that sugar. Just one pinch. Not a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, nothing. Just a little pinch. A little pinch of chicken powder. At this point, my beans are on low. The beans are on low, okay? Done and done and done. You're gonna get to see them. Only thing I'm waiting on is the bell peppers and onions to get done, and dinner is served. And that's how you make beans. It just is. We're gonna make our way around there. I'm gonna show you. Hold on, y'all. Oh, this is so exciting. Look at this. Oh, I'm showing my face. Isn't that funny? Okay, hold on. Yum. That big old pot of beans. Look at this. All we're waiting on, bell peppers and onions. You get nice and soft. As soon as it gets soft, dinner is served. Look at the big chunks of meat in there. Oh my goodness. That's what I call a big old pot of beans. All right, y'all. I'm so happy right now. And you're going to be happy when you try the recipe. Yes, you are. What happened, my holy king? Why do you say that? Them beans taste good. We want some. Oh, okay. But I tell you what, you can have some when you make them Gina Young style. Yes, you can. You turn around and make them Gina Young style. You can have them. You can try them. It's going to taste exactly like mine's would. Absolutely. Let's see. The only way you will get me to eat Lima is if they were barbecued. Is that right? That's what my husband said when we met. He knows that that's not true now because he'll eat them. He will eat them. Like Johnny Gill, mama. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that I got the touch. Thank you. Y'all. I enjoy my time with you all. I enjoyed my time. Thank you all for coming in and joining us today. I appreciate you all. How many of y'all had a great time today? Is anybody out there that had a great time with Gina Young today? Oh, and corn mix. That's interesting. What is Experian saying? Let me see. Oh, Lord, let me see what they talking about. And FICO. Let's see. Come on, give me the points. Points. There we go. Experian. Okay, Experian. Thank you. I know when I go to check my FICO and my Experian, it's like I get like automatic nervous to see, did they take points or did they give me some? They gave me 14 points. I'm happy about that. You enjoyed yourself? Great. Y'all, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. I do. I love you all. And I'm glad you got to see a great recipe. I'm going to get ready to get off of here because me and my husband have somewhere important to be. My husband actually told me, he said, 7 o'clock, I'm going to need you off. He said, because we got to go. We got to go at 7. So in order for us to do what we're going to be doing and it's still light outside, we have to leave here in a few minutes. So now what I'm going to do, I'd like to take you back over to the beans. Yes, happy Father's Day. I love y'all. Bring it on in. Give me a hug, y'all. I love every one of you. God bless each and every one of you. And always remember, dads are special too. Dads are just as, I got a piece of hair. Dads are just as special as moms. Appreciate the dads in your life. There are great dads out there. Happy Father's Day to each and every one of you all. I love you from the bottom of my heart, but I'm gonna show you my beans again before I get off. I can't, cause since I'm not eating it, cause we get ready to go. I'm gonna show you the beans just one more time, okay? Cause I hate that I'm not making a plate for you all, but I do want to show you this. Oh, girl, look at this. And them beans is tender. And we got the flavor. Look, we got the fever for the flavor. Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna cook these for about 10 more minutes just to let those bell peppers get soft, but take a look. Look at the, look at the, oh wait. Uh-huh. I'm silly. But I love y'all. Let me get off of here. I gotta run to the bathroom so we can head out. Okay? Happy Father's Day. Thanks. I love you. I love you. I love you. Big kisses to all of you all. Big hugs. And it's never goodbye. I'm going to see you on Monday. On Monday, I'm doing another live cooking session. And I can't wait to see you all there. Okay? Yes. Good night. I love you too. I see your messages. Thank you. Thank you. I will tell him you said Happy Father's Day. God bless each and every one of you all. Hugs to everybody. Yes. I love you. I love you. Big hugs. I'll see you Monday, okay? God bless. Good night. Oh, listen. And if you haven't checked on my other channel, Healthy Recipes with Gina, go on over. I just made a new video yesterday. We posted a new video for how to make a delicious, healthy turkey wrap that tastes good. God bless. See ya.